final destination of my Asia trip, I've chosen the glorious capital of South Korea, Seoul. Within the city boundaries, there are 10 million inhabitants and over 25 million together with the metropolitan area, which makes it the 5th most populous in the world. In Seoul, I met up with my mother and sisters. Together we spent a wonderful week in this beautiful country of rich culture and ambitious future. So I'm currently at Cheonggyecheon. It's one of the most popular streets in Seoul, and I call it street because formerly it was an actual street. This whole area was covered up with concrete and it was an 8-lane highway. And in the year 2005, I guess, they started to rebuild this thing and it became this little park in the middle of the central business district of Myeongdong. Such a nice place. The second half of the day we spent at the famous Namsan Park, which is Seoul's largest green space and one of the favorite places of the citizens. It's well known for its numerous walking trails and the Seoul Tower. We took a walk that was approximately 2.5 kilometers long. Along the trails you will find many examples of the local flora and wildlife and some very cool viewing points. We stopped many times to gaze at the beautiful cityscape and the summits of the Seoul mountains. So we are currently on our way to Namsan Tower. It's this very iconic building sitting on the top of the Namsan Hill. This building is so cool, you can see it from nearly any corner of the city, and this mountain is located in the very city center. The most famous landmark in Namsan Park is the Seoul Tower. It was built on the tallest point of the peak and has a height of 480 meters above sea level, together with the hill, which makes it the second tallest structure after the 555 meter tall Lotte World Tower. Namsan Tower has a 360 degrees observation deck, which offers breathtaking, unobstructed views over the city. After we bought tickets, we first walked through a long corridor, which looked like the Milky Way, and then we entered a room with special light installations. Since we came to Seoul in early October, the exhibition was Halloween themed. From there we got to the actual observation deck. The 360-degree views from the observation deck were breathtaking. It seems stupid to pay for a viewing platform in a tower if you already climbed a hill with a great view, but it's definitely worth to pay the extra money. And don't forget to visit the restroom in the tower. It's one of the special kind. Outside we encountered a live performance of a Korean crier. We were really exhausted from our day activities, so we took the fastest and most convenient way back to the city, the Namsan cable car. The length is just 605 meters, one ride takes just 3 minutes and costs 10,000 won per adult, which is very expensive for such a short time period. 이쪽으로 내리시겠습니다. 이쪽으로 내리시겠구나. 내리실 때 발밑 조심해주세요. The next day, we decided to start with some cultural activities. We visited Gyeongbokgung Palace, which is the grandest and most beautiful of the 5 palaces built by the Joseon dynasty. It's over 500 years old, and it's probably the most iconic landmark in Seoul. We were also very lucky to witness the change of the royal guards that takes place twice a day at Gwanghamun, the palace's entrance. The tradition was reintroduced in 1996 after a long abstinence. As you may have witnessed, we were dressed in hanboks, the traditional Korean clothing. There's actually a very cool 2-in-1 deal. If you rent a traditional hanbok, you get free admission to all of the 5 palaces of Seoul, and it's just slightly more expensive than the entrance fee. We really enjoyed our time at Gyeongbokgung. It's such a cool contrast with all the modern office buildings surrounding the territory and the historical buildings of the palace. We really recommend to plan at least half a day for the visit, and you should stay till the evening when it's even more magical with the setting sun in the golden hour. Close by is the Myeongdong neighborhood. In this district, 2 favorites of the Koreans perfectly merge together: food and shopping. It's known for its numerous street food stalls and for over 1,000 cosmetic shops. Myeongdong also offers a lot of sightseeing opportunities, like for example the Gothic-style Myeongdong Cathedral. Hongdae is another cool neighborhood of Seoul. It's the area around the Hongik University, and it's very popular among young Koreans during the night time. There are many stylish shops, bars, karaokes and street performers. The word Hongdae itself is an abbreviation of the name Hongik and Daehakyo, university in Korean. Hongdae is a very cool spot to hang out in the evenings. We were there numerous times during our stay in Seoul. It has a really different vibe than the city during the day, with all those Koreans just trying to relax and to forget all the real life problems. In the morning, I woke up to buy some coffee in the 7-Eleven store next door. There I saw some adorable ajumas performing to some modern music. It was very cute. In the mornings, we really liked to chill at the rooftop of our Airbnb building. It was right in the center of the Myeongdong district. You may have noticed the green roofs of many Korean buildings. There's a superstition that the rooftops are green to protect the city from North Korean attacks, because it's like a kind of camouflage. But that's obviously not true. Green is just the cheapest and most affordable color. Later we went to the Bukchon Hanok village, which is another really authentic part of Seoul. To get there we had to cross through the Insadong Street. That is a very popular shopping street if you are looking for antiquities and handcrafts. We also encountered a historical street performance. Bukchon Hanok village is a neighborhood that consists of approximately 900 traditional Korean houses, which were first built 600 years ago. While walking around, please be respectful, because many of the houses are still used for living by ordinary citizens. Next we took the metro to a district I'm pretty sure you already heard of. Yes, Gangnam. Gangnam is the richest part of Seoul. You can find many luxurious designer brands, some world-known companies and K-pop entertainments there. It also houses a little bit less than 500 plastic surgery clinics, which is 1/3 of all in Korea. I'm not surprised that Gangnam is also nicknamed the Beverly Hills of Korea. We also visited the COEX Mall. It's famous for the Starfield Library. Everyone can come freely and admire the beautiful and unusual interior design. We We exited the mall at the COEX East Gate to get directly to the Gangnam Style monument, dedicated to Psy's mega hit from 2012. Once you step foot on the stage below the hands, the song Gangnam Style will be played. If you are nearby, we definitely recommend to visit. In the evening, we came to Dongdaemun Design Plaza because my sisters wanted to visit the Seoul Fashion Week. It's a huge event that happens twice a year, in spring and fall. I wanted to come there because I really like the architecture of the Design Plaza. It's a super futuristic building that contrasts the historical look of the Dongdaemun Gate. We walked back to Myeongdong via the Jongyecheon stream. It was just a 30-minute walk, but was the perfect opportunity to soak in the final daylight. We then took the metro in the direction of Dongsan Station to get to the Hangan Simin Park in the southwest of the city. For my final evening, we decided to go to the embankments of the Han River. Koreans really like spending the last hours of the day by the river while eating some freshly made Korean fried chicken. Normally there are many street vendors selling their chicken, but unfortunately it was already off season, so we had to buy ours in the nearby 7-Eleven. I'm really glad that I chose South Korea for my final destination. Seoul is a very vibrant city that is streaming towards a bright future, but at the same time knows its history and difficult past, and respects ancient traditions. For me, it's one of the coolest cities in Asia, and I would not hesitate to visit again.